Good morning, everyone. On this Tuesday of the 11th week in Ordinary Time, we're continuing our reading in the second book of Corinthians, chapter 8, verses 1 through 9. We want you to know, brothers and sisters, of the grace of God that has been given to the churches of Macedonia. For in a severe test of affliction, the abundance of their joy and their profound poverty overflowed in a wealth of generosity on their part. For according to their means, I can testify, and beyond their means, spontaneously, they begged us insistently for the favor of taking part in the service to the holy ones. And this, not as we expected, but they gave themselves first to the Lord and to us through the will of God, so that we urge Titus that as he has already begun, he should also complete for you this gracious act also. Now, as you excel in every respect, in faith, discourse, knowledge, all earnestness, and in the love we have for you, may you excel in this gracious act also. I say this not by way of command, but to test your genuineness of your love by the concern for others. For you know that the gracious act of our Lord Jesus Christ, that for your sake he became poor, although he was rich, so that by his poverty you might become rich. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Well, Apostle Paul has this kind of interesting situation. Things were rocky between the church in Corinth and himself. And when you have a rocky situation, it even gets more sticky when you're talking about money, which is basically what this one was about. There was a collection that he was taking for the church there in Jerusalem. They were on hard times, and so there was an appeal for this. Now, anytime you have an appeal for money, it can also bring out the worst in all of us. It's kind of a tough road. On one hand, we need to do it because in order for things to keep on going, we need the funds. But on the other hand, we don't want to hammer it down so that people just get so tired of it that, they don't want anything to do with it. So Apostle Paul kind of gives, by way of an example, the churches to the north in Macedonia. Macedonia had experienced a lot of affliction, mostly by the Romans because they wanted to kind of have a payback against Alexander the Great, and this was his home territory, and they conquered it, and they wanted to prove that they conquered it, so they kind of stripped the area of most of its resources. So they were in a little bit of poverty, but the churches there felt an obligation to go above all their means in order to give for this collection. They begged Apostle Paul that they could do this. And so there's something from the heart that's in this that's really important that Apostle Paul wants to get at. And so he's trying to encourage the church at Corinth, in spite of all that they've gone through, the rough, rocky road that they've been through, that they would excel in this area too. They seem to be excelling in so many other areas. Notice how he puts it. He said, now, as you excel in every respect, maybe that's being pun, but whatever. In every respect, in faith, discourse, knowledge, in all earnestness, and in love we have for you, may you excel in this gracious act also. So, and he goes on to say, I'm not doing this out of command. It's just, I want to see if you want to be generous to folks who are in need. Let's see the proof in your act by doing this. And Titus, who is the one bringing the letter to them, would also then collect the money and bring it with Apostle Paul to Jerusalem. So in this little tough situation, there's an instruction that is given to the church at Corinth. And it reminds us that in all things, we should give to the Lord first and foremost. Stay safe, folks. Hopefully we see each other soon. Bye for now.